How is the child inside you feeling? Why don't parents understand their children? Why do kids refuse to open up to their parents? Parents blame their children, children blame their parents, and in the end, the rift grows wider. For many young people today, the concept of home has become something purely physical, a place to sleep, not a sanctuary for the soul. They avoid, they stay silent, and they gradually lose the habit of sharing their joys and sorrows with their parents. Children say their parents don't understand them, so they keep everything to themselves. Parents say their kids don't talk to them, so they don't know how to reach out. And so the distance grows, like a cycle that never ends. But what is the real reason behind this disconnection? Is it that parents don't understand their children, or that children don't try to open up? Understanding is the foundation of connection. Yet, perhaps the biggest obstacle between parents and children lies in generational thinking. The way they see the world is just too different. And that difference doesn't mean anyone is right or wrong. Parents love their kids. They're their own flesh and blood. But sometimes they don't understand the world their children are growing up in. Likewise, kids don't fully grasp the world their parents come from either. The gap is inside each of them. Parents and children both carry wounds that haven't been healed. In the book, I'm Sorry, Child, parents also need healing by Ni Kuei. There's a striking quote: pain is always passed down, generation after generation, whether we want it or not. Without healing, hurt parents unconsciously hurt their children, and this pattern keeps repeating. Raising a happy, emotionally healthy child has little to do with expensive schools or whether both parents are present at home. It has everything to do with whether the parents themselves are emotionally whole. A wounded parent raises wounded children. A joyful parent raises joyful children. Children are born as blank pages. Every word, every action from a parent becomes the ink that fills those pages. Unfortunately, parents who were raised with pain often act from that same place and unintentionally recreate that pain in their children. If parents see their children as a burden, those children will feel like a burden. If parents see them as a gift, they will feel loved and cherished. Family is a cycle of emotions passed down through generations. If love and compassion can be inherited, so can pain and trauma. That's why when a parent says things like only dumb kids dye their hair, pierce their ears, or get tattoos, you're useless, you'll never be anything, those words stick. Kids hear them, stay silent, but inside, negativity starts to grow. Criticism raises timid, self-doubting children. Violence raises angry, loud, dumb, and aggressive ones. So when a parent calls their child stubborn or disobedient, perhaps they should pause and look inward. Do you see your own unhealed wounds reflected in your child? This isn't about blaming parents for everything. It's about realizing our parents might also be unhealed children. Maybe they grew up in loveless homes, surrounded by arguments or shaped by violence. Maybe they too were abandoned emotionally or physically. And the saddest part? Many don't even realize they're carrying this pain. They've grown used to it. It's become a part of them. And so they carry it into their parenting, unknowingly. Sometimes a parent may explode in anger after seeing scars on their child's arm, never realizing those physical wounds are a desperate attempt to numb emotional pain. What they don't see are the invisible scars, ones buried deep in the soul. Parents also need healing, but life keeps moving. They grow up, carry their wounds along, as if they're just part of who they are, never thinking to pause, soothe, or mend them. So the question is, will you choose to heal, or will you keep patching things up, only to pass the pain on again, unintentionally, to the next generation? Here's the truth. Every child, at some point, goes through a phase of resentment toward their parents. Maybe you've even had a fight so explosive you lost control, screaming, crying, and saying things you never thought you'd say. If you never loved me, why did you bring me into this world? Everything that hurts me, it's all because of you. Then comes the silent days. No one talks. The house grows heavy with tension. The child stays out late just to avoid their parents. The father becomes a quiet shadow. The mother skips meals, crying alone. Have you ever seen yourself in that story? That moment you realize, yes, you hate your parents, but you also love them. And deep down, you know they love you too. In psychology, this emotional tug-of-war is called intergenerational conflict. It means that within your relationship with your parents, both love and hurt exist at the same time. You're stuck, trying to be a good child, while also feeling wounded by the very people who raised you. You lash out, then feel guilty for it. It's a loop of pain that leaves everyone struggling. This emotional contradiction takes a toll on both your mental health and theirs. So please remember, it's okay to love and hate your parents at the same time. That doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. And when you begin to accept that, healing can begin. You start to forgive, not just your parents, but also yourself. You start to see the people behind the roles, not just mom or dad, but real, imperfect people. People who once were children too. Children who needed love, who had empty spaces inside them too. So I want to end this with a simple question, one for both parents and children. Have you ever taken a quiet moment to ask yourself, how is the child inside you feeling today?